Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salamu ala nabiyyina Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from all of us coming here to learn the language of the noble Quran. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us sadqa jariyah for our parents and make our children sadqa jariyah for us. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us tawfiq to learn the language of the noble Quran and then teach others. Ameen ya Rabb. I welcome you, my respected sisters, to today's lesson, lesson number 10. I hope everybody is doing well. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase you all in knowledge. Ameen ya Rabb. So sisters, if you are able to hear me clearly, please give me some feedback in the chat window. So inshallah, we'll start the class. And you know the host for giving the feedbacks and the responses during the class is your answers, please write here. And I think all sisters are aware, but still sometimes this question pops up on the chat box that why am I not able to see other people's chat? So the thing is, when the class starts, then the general chat box is switched off and all the questions, whatever questions I'm asking, you give the answers to the host. Your answers, please write here. And inshallah, I'll be able to see those replies of yours. The general chat is off because some sisters are using phones to attend the class. And if there's too many chat discussion going on, then sometimes their screen gets too populated with the chat messages and they're not able to see the screen or the contents of the lesson. So I'll wait for your responses regarding the audio and then inshallah we'll start the class. Barakallahu feek. Alhamdulillah. So we'll start the class now, inshallah. So today we are going to do lesson number 10. So if you could please open your textbooks. It's chapter number 19, page number 105. As it has said many times before, that it's possible that in your book, chapter number 19 is not page 105, but is some other page. But just make sure that you are looking at chapter 19. So what do you see on the screen, sisters? Please read. Read to yourself. Of course, everybody's mic is closed. You're not going to read in the class. 4 students, 5 books, 6 pens. What are these? 4, 5, and 6. Numbers, right? 4 students, 5 books, 6 pens. We are counting. So what is this number 4? Number 4 is the number, right? And what is a student? A student is what we are counting. Things being counted, things which we are counting. What is number 5? 5 is a number in this box of 5 books. What is books? This is what we are counting. We are not counting cows. We are counting books. Next box, 6 pens. What is number 6? It's a number. What is pen? Pen is something which we are counting, right? We are not counting houses. We are counting pens. So we say 6 pens. So all of these 3 boxes, you see, one part of the writing of the box is a number. Other part is what we are counting. If I just say 4 and I become quiet, you will say, what 4? What are you talking? I say 4 students. And I say, okay, you're talking about the students. Likewise, if I say 5 or I say 6 and I'm quiet, then you might just get confused. What am I trying to say? What do I actually mean by just mentioning the number? So every time you must have noticed a number is mentioned, something else is also mentioned. That let the listener or the reader know that what are we talking about? What are we counting, right? So what are we going to do today? I hope you got the idea. Numbers, numbers, numbers. A most interesting topic in Arabic language, but the one which requires a little bit of focus, right? So I hope you all are focused. And I hope you all are sitting in the class with the notepad and some writing tool, pencil, marker, pen, anything, and you will be taking notes, inshallah, alongside. So we have seen this already. What is number called in Arabic? It's called adadun. Adadun. You call number adad. Adad is equal to number. When I say adad, you must know that I'm talking about number. And what is this called, things called which we are counting? So adad is a number. If I tell you 4 students, what is 4 in Arabic? You will say it's an adad, it's a number. If I say what is students, you will say things counted. But I said, no, what is in Arabic? Then you say it is ma'dood. Adad and ma'dood. Adad means number, and ma'dood means things which you are counting, or the people you are counting. Whatever you are counting is called ma'dood, and whatever numbers are there, they are called adad. It's very, very simple. So how do we say 4 students in Arabic? Arba'u tullabin. Before that, let's go back here. You see, these are numbers here. واحد اثنان ثلاثة أربعة خمسة ستة سبعة ثمانية تسعة عشرة 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Of course, you need to know these numbers. So these numbers are not difficult. You just read it few times, do few of these, and rest will come automatically. 1 is wahid, 2 is ithnan, then thalatha, arba, khamsa, sitta, sab'a, thamaniya, tisa, and ashara. So 4 students is called arba'atu tullabin. The focus right now is not that 1 to 10. What is 1 in called in Arabic? What is 2 called in? That will come. That's, you will read few times and that will come. Right now we are trying to understand how it is written in Arabic, right? We'll see that. Arba'atu tullabin means 4 students. Khamsatu kutubin means 5 books. Sittatu aqlamin means 6 pens. We all know the meaning of tullab and kutub and aqlam. Only the numbers are something which may be a little bit new to us. So arba'atu is 4, khamsatu is 5, sittatu is 6, right? So what is arba'atu called? Arba'atu is called adad. What did we call in Arabic? English. You see on the right hand side here, you can see what we saw in the previous slide. So basically, the English translation of what I'm doing right now is already there on the slide on the right hand bottom corner. So arba'atu is adad, and what is tullab? Is a thing which we are counting. What is that thing called in Arabic? It's called ma'dood, right? It's called ma'dood. Next box, khamsatu kutubin, 5 books. What is khamsatu? Khamsatu is a number, which is in Arabic called adad, right? And what is ma'dud called in in English? It's called things counted, right? So what is khamsatu? Khamsatu is an adad. It's a number 5. And what is kutub? Kutub is ma'dud. And then what is sittatu? Sittatu means 6. Aqlam means pens. 6 pens. So sittatu is the number and aqlam is ma'dud. All I want you to understand now is that in these 3 boxes, 3 set of numbers are given with the things we are counting. What are they called? Number will be called adad, and what you're counting will be called ma'dood. This is all. So arba'atu tullabin, 4 students, 4 is your adad, and tullab is your ma'dood. Khamsatu kutubin, khamsatu, number 5 is your number, and kutub is ma'dood. Sittatu aqlamin, sittatu is what? Sittatu is number 6. And aqlam is what? Aqlam is called ma'dood. This is what you are counting. So here we have. Interesting thing is, in Arabic, numbers also have genders. Here I want you to pay attention. In English, you will not find this concept. English, number 3 is number 3. There's no feminine counterpart of 3, or there's no feminine counterpart of 5. But in Arabic, everything is very organized, very organized. So have a look at this. So the first box, numbers are written in English. Second box, numbers are written in Arabic. So here we have English numbers. Here we have Arabic numbers. Here numbers are written in words, right? Numbers in word, like maybe you have digits. So on the right hand side is digits 1, 2, 3, but 1, 2, 3 you can write in ONE1, FTWO2, THRW3. So words and digits. So the second 2 parts are the numbers given in words in Arabic writing. So as you can see, and now you also know that the noun which has got ta marbuta in the end, usually that is a feminine, right? So look here, Wahid is wahid. Wahid, there is no distinction here. Isnan is isnatan. But we are not going into detail of wahid and isnatan. We are focusing from number 3. Salasun, no ta marbuta. The feminine counterpart has got ta marbuta. Salasatun. Arbaun, what's the feminine? Arba'atun with the ta marbuta. Khamsun is masculine or feminine, sisters? Tell me. By now you should be able to tell me. If you think khamsun is masculine, press 1. If you think khamsun is feminine, press 2. 1 if you think khamsun is masculine. 2 if you think khamsun is feminine. Well done. As we all know from the very long time, we know that the ta marbuta word with the ta marbuta is most likely going to be feminine, and the without one most likely going to be masculine. So khamsun, number 5, is our masculine. Khamsatun is feminine. Sittun is masculine. Sittatun is feminine. Sab'un is number 7, which is masculine. The feminine counterpart is sab'atun. Number 8 is thamaniyun, and the feminine is thamaniyatun. Number 9 is called tis'un, and feminine will have obviously ta marbuta at the end, tis'atun. And number 10 is ashrun, and the plural is asharatun. So these are the numbers 1 to 10, and we are focusing on number 3 to number 10. 1 and 2 are very simple, but 1 and 2 have got different kind of rules, so we'll discuss that at some later point. So the blue ones are masculine, the yellow ones are feminine. We are not going to deal with 1 and 2, so 1 and 2 are gone. Don't worry about 1 and 2, just focus from 3 to 10. And now we will see why actually we have seen the numbers in words instead of just staying into the digits. Now pay attention. We are learning numbers from 3 to 10. Things to remember. Numbers from 3 to 10 has 2 parts. One is called ma'dood, other is called adad, as we have seen, right? 3 pens, 4 boys, 5 houses. So the 2 parts. One part is number, another part is what we are counting. So the number is called adad, and what we are counting is called ma'dood. What's the example? 4 students. So 4 students, how do we say? Arba'atu tullabin. Arba'atu tullabin. There are 2 parts. There are 2 parts. Adad, now there are simple rules. Remember that, and for life you will be set for that. Adad, the number in 3 to 10, we are all talking about 3 to 10, so don't apply this somewhere else. Somewhere else, some other information will come, inshallah. So these adads from 3 to 10, number will not accept any tanween, and number will not accept alif lam. So if you look on the yellow box on the right-hand side, arba'atu tullabin, 4 students. You see, arba'atu, the number is ending on single harak, arba'atu, and there's no alif and lam. So number will not have tanween, number will not have alif and lam. What about the thing you are counting, which is called ma'dood? It will always be plural, very easy. It will always be majroor. It will always be plural, tullab. You see, singular is talibun, but here is tullab. And it's always majroor. As you can see, there is a kasratain under ba here. Tullabin, it's not tullabun or tullaban, it's tullabin, so it's majroor and it is plural. Third thing, which is important, and this is why we went through the previous slide where we saw the masculine and feminine. Now, the ma'dood, the thing which you are counting, is important because you need to know that it is opposite in gender to the number. So if what you are counting is masculine, then you will use the feminine type of number. If what you are counting is masculine, then what you will choose? You will choose the feminine number. You see, we have seen 2 types of number, arba'un and arba'atun. Individually, when you write, there's tanween, but when they come together, when you're counting, then there's no tanween. So arba'atun and arba'un. Arba'un has got no ta marbuta. It means it was a masculine. And arba'atun means it's a feminine type of the number. What is being used here? Feminine type, arba'atu. Why? Because what you're counting is masculine. What you're counting is masculine. If it's overwhelming right now, don't worry about it. By the end of the lesson, inshallah, you will be done. You will have no issues left. So what do? You don't, another important thing is to decide the gender of the number. Okay, let me just rephrase what I said. When you want to write a number in Arabic language using the words, letters, not the digits, what you have to do is you have to choose number, right? If you want to write 4, you will choose Number 4 in writing. You will not choose number 5, number 6, number 7. You will go for number 4, and you will see how number 4 is written in Arabic language. Let's say if you're writing. Now when you go and open the book, you will find two choices. One number is given with the ta marbuta. That means it's a feminine version of the number. One is without ta marbuta. That means it's masculine. So now if I ask you to write 4 students in Arabic, and you say, okay, students, the translation is tullab. Okay, khalas. What is number 4? Okay, let's open the book. When you open the book, you see there are 2 variations given. One is masculine, one is feminine. How are you going to choose? So we have just seen that it should always be in opposite. The gender should always be opposite, right? So what you will do, you will make a mistake here. You will look at tullab and you will say tullab, there's no ta marbuta, right? This word is masculine, so let me choose feminine. Here you are okay. Here there's no error will happen actually, but you're making a mistake. What's the mistake? When you have to decide the gender of the number, you look at the singular of what you are counting. Remember, I'll say once again, you look at the singular of what you're counting. So for example, when you want to choose the number for students, now you have in front of you arba'atu and arba'u. What you're going to do is you will not look at the word tullab. You look for the singular. What is the singular? Talibun. Decide on the basis of singular. Is talibun masculine or feminine? If talibun is masculine, choose the feminine variation of the number. If talibun is feminine, choose the masculine variation of the number. Don't worry. Don't get worried about it. We're doing it. By the end of the lesson, you will inshallah be fine. Don't worry. Let's move forward. Here is our lesson, and you will get it inshallah here. Right, on the left-hand side, numbers are given once again. On the right-hand side, at the top, the rules are given, things to remember. And underneath, the masculine version of the numbers is given. On the left-hand side, feminine version is given. So let's start the lesson. And I hope by the end of the lesson, you all will say, we got it. Alhamdulillah. So this is the 19th lesson. Al-Mudir, the teacher, head teacher. Al-Mudir is asking the teacher, the dialogue between head teacher and teacher. Kam taliban jadidan fi faslika ya shaykh. How many students in your class, O Shaykh? Since we are doing here something a little bit sensitive, I don't want to go into the revision and ask you, oh, what is come? What is the word which comes after come is called? We'll do this kind of revision later on. But just for now, the word which comes after come is called tamiz. Remember that it's called tamiz. Kam taliban jadidan fi faslika ya shaykh. How many new students in your class, O Shaykh? So the teacher is saying, fihi asharatu tullabin jududin. He's saying, in it, 10 new students. I want you to focus on the number. How is 10 students is written? Asharatu tullabin. So ashara, tullab, first of all, what kind of word is tullab? It's a plural. What's a singular? Talibun. Talibun, is it masculine or feminine? Talibun is masculine. So for number 10, will you choose masculine or feminine? Because what you are counting is masculine, so you will choose feminine. So here is Asharun. Will you choose this Asharun or Asharatun? You will choose Asharatun, which is in the yellow color. Why? Because this is a feminine type of number. What you're counting is masculine, so you will write this one. So here it is. Fihi asharatu tullabin. So the head teacher is saying, Min aynahum. Min aynahum. Akulluhum min baladin wahidin. From where are they? Are all of them from one country? So the teacher is saying, La hum min biladin mukhtalifatin. No, they are from different countries. Minhum, from them or among them, thalathatu tullabin min al Philippines. Now he is saying 3 students from Philippines. So you see, thalathatun is for 3. There are 2 choices for 3. Either you can pick thalathun or thalathatun. So which one will be picked? Thalathatun. Why? Because what we are counting is masculine. Tullab is the plural. Singular for tullab is talibun, and that is masculine. So we will choose feminine number. We chose thalathatu tullabin. And then he's saying, wa arba'atu tullabin min al-Yaban. And 4 students from Japan. Now, which type of number he choose for tullab? Tullab, we know tullab is a plural. Singular of plural is talib, and talib is masculine. And now we want to pick number 4 in writing. Which one will we pick? Arba'un or arba'atun? We will pick arba'atun. Why? Because what we are counting is masculine, so our number is feminine. And then he's saying, wa talibani min as-Sini. We all know the meaning of talibani. Two, right? We've done in last lesson. Talibun single, added alif and nun, make it dual. So two students from China, min as-Sin. Wa talibun wahidun min Malaysia, and one student from Malaysia, right? So then the Mudir is saying, "Fi faslika tullabun min America." Are in your class students from America? So the teacher is saying, "Naam, fihi sab'atu tullabin min America." Now he's saying, yes, in it, 7 students from America. For number 7, we have to choose something in writing. What has been chosen here? Sab'atu. Is it a masculine or feminine? Sisters, it's a very obvious question, but I still want to ask. Is sab'atu masculine or feminine? If you think it is masculine, press 1. If you think it is feminine, please press 2. Well done, it is feminine. Why are we choosing feminine? We have two choices, right? We have sab'un here, and we have sab'atun. Why are we, or why the author has, why the writer of the book has chose the feminine version, sab'atu, and not sab'un? Both are available. So is it our choice that one day we feel like choosing the feminine and other day we choose like the masculine variation? No, it depends on what we are counting. So what is he counting? He's counting students. Tullab. What's the singular of tullab? Talibun. So you look at the singular word talibun and then you choose the number. One may say, why we have to look at the singular? It was okay to look without looking at the singular. We could have chosen, yes, we can, but we will make mistake. We'll see how. Just wait a while. So then the Mudir is saying, Ahum jududun, are they new? Judud is the plural. What's the singular for judud? Can anybody tell me? Because this home is used, they, that's why judud is used. If it was one, ahuwa jadidun. Jadid is the singular, judud is the plural. La hum qudama. No, they are old. Qudama, new word. Qudama is the plural of qadimun. If it was one, he would say la huwa qadimun. He is old. But since it is a plural, hum, they, so the plural is being, you remember, muftada and khabar always match in number and gender. So hum is what? Plural. So Qudama will, because Qadim is singular. You can't say home and use Qadim. In English, there is no difference. You can say they are new and he is new. In English, adjectives do not have singulars and plurals, but in Arabic, we do have singulars and plurals. Qadimun, Qudama, Jadidun, Judud, right? Then the head teacher is saying, Kam taliban fihi min Urubba. How many students in it? That means the class from Europe. So Al-Mudarris, look at the answer. He's saying, Fihi khamsatu tullabin min Inkaltara. Once again, khamsatu, is it masculine or feminine? The number, the gender of the number is feminine, because we know there are two genders of numbers. Gender numbers could be masculine gender and could be feminine gender. He is using khamsatu, gender of the number chosen here is feminine. Why? Because tullab, which is the plural, the singular is talib and talib is masculine. So the number is plural. فيه خمسة طلاب من إنكلترا وثمانية طلاب من ألمانيا. And 8 students from Germany. Once again, ثمانية is the feminine version of the number 8. وستة طلاب من فرنسا, and 6 students from France. Once again, he didn't say sittun, he sittatu. Why sittatu? Why the feminine version? Because what we are counting is constantly same in the whole page. The whole the discussion is about the students, male students. Hence, the number is coming as female. وستة طلاب من فرنسا وتسعة طلاب من اليوناني, and 9 students from Greece. So the teacher is saying, Shukran ya Sheikh. Thank you, O Sheikh. Now read and write. So sisters, as we go along, you will see the things will get very, very clear. So don't worry about it. Please, just be patient. Look, Iqra waktub. Here, 3 to 10 are given. And what you're counting is numbers. So what you're counting is students, sorry. Salasatu tullabin. Salasatu tullabin. 3 students. Arba'atu tullabin, 4 students. Khamsatu tullabin, 5. Sittatu tullabin, 6. Sab'atu tullabin, thamaniyatu tullabin, tis'atu tullabin, asharatu tullabin. What do you see here, sisters? What do you notice when you see these 3 to 10 different sentences written with numbers, different compound words given with numbers? What we can observe here is that all the numbers mentioned here are the feminine version, which is from this yellow list of the feminine one, not from the blue list. Why it is feminine? Because what we are counting is masculine. So now let's do read and write. Once again, something very close to my heart. Please do read and write. I hope you are doing in all lessons, but this lesson is twice important to do this read and write. Believe me, it is very, very, very important, because numbers, you can get your head round to numbers, inshallah, by writing and practicing. Just listening and just reading perhaps will really not do the justice. Believe me, when you will write, you will become very strong. If numbers chapter, you say, I'll just read and I'm fine. Wallahu alam. So read now. So what is the عندي خمسة كتب وثلاثة أقلام. I have 5 books and 3 pens. I have 5 books and 3 pens. So here 5, خمسة is being used. خمسة is being used for kutub. What kind of word is kutub? Singular or plural? You see here the things are coming. This is why we need to look at the singular. Kutub is the plural, but it's an irrational plural. Irrational plurals are treated feminine, right? So effectively, kutubun and aqlamun, both words are feminine because they are irrational plurals. So if you were to look at the plural, remember that the warning came over there that you must look at the singular. If you were to look at the things present in front of you and you're counting kutub, you will say kutub is a irrational plural and it is feminine because we always use hadihi and hiya with that. So you will choose the wrong number. You will think what you are counting is feminine, so you will choose the number which is masculine. Whereas it goes other way around. If what you are counting is feminine, then your number is masculine. If you are counting is feminine, then your number is masculine. If your counting is masculine, then your number will be feminine. So here, what is the singular of kutub? Kitab. Kitab is masculine or feminine? Kitab is masculine. So for number 5, what will you pick? You will pick khamsatu. You will pick khamsatu because kitab is masculine, so number is going to be feminine. Same with the thalathatu aqlamin, 3 pens. Aqlam, what's a singular? Qalamun, masculine or feminine? Masculine. Which number will you pick? Because number and what you're counting is always opposite in gender. Look here, ma'adud. Look at the right hand side, sisters, where the mouse is right now. Ma'adud is always opposite in gender of the number, right? Now, number 6. Khalidun lahu sittatu abna. Khalid has 6 sons. Why sittatu? Why the feminine version of the number, not sittun? Because abna was a singular. Ibnun, boy. Boy is masculine, right? Kam akhan laki ya Amina. Kam akhan laki ya Amina. Now look at this. Now you will fully understand why it is important to look at the singular if you didn't understand any of the example before. Kam akhan laki ya Amina. Li arba'atu ikhwa. Tell me, sisters, is there a mistake? Who thinks it's a mistake? It could be a mistake. Why? Because we said that the numbers are always opposite to what we are counting. So what we are counting is feminine, number should be masculine. Look here, what we are counting is ikhwa. Ta marbuta is there. So number should not be matching because right now they both are feminine. This is ta, this is ta. Is it right or not? If you look at this one, they both are feminine. So then it's a mistake in the printing, right? Please say yes if it's a mistake in the printing. If you think it's a mistake, press 1. If you think it's not, press 2. Sisters, when I ask these things, don't shy away. Don't say, I'm just in doubt, so let everybody else answer. No. Make a mistake. Because, wallahu alam, I think if you make a mistake, if all of us make a mistake and then we get the correct answer, our mind registers it very firmly. Because first it registers the thing which we said, and then you are actually deleting it from your memory and adding something else, replacing it with something else. That exercise, what your brain is doing, actually makes that memory more stronger than otherwise, right? So even if you think you're not 100% sure, but you have Little doubt, just type that. Say 1 or say 2. Let yourself be wrong, because being wrong and then being corrected will make you, inshallah, stronger. So, okay, let me just, okay, the 1 and 2s are there on the chat box. Those who are saying 2, perhaps they already have studied. Let me tell you one thing. This is the reason we look at the singular. What is the singular for ikhwa? Akhun, akhun, right? Akhun, akhun. Hamza and Kha, akhun. Akhun, brother, is a feminine word. The word itself tells us it's a masculine word. So the number will be feminine. Hence, if you look at the plural, you may make a mistake. So you always look at the singular of what you are counting. So if you would have looked at the singular of ikhwatun, you know it's akhun and it's masculine. So you will pick the number 4 for that, right? So you will say kam akhan laka ya amina li arba'atu ikhwa. So you will say arba'atu. You will not say arba'u. I hope it is clear. And the next is fil usbu'i sab'atu ayyamin. In a week, 7 days. What's the singular of ayyam? Yawm. Yawm is mudhakkar. So the number is feminine. Then كم ريالا عندك الآن يا عمار? How many real do you have right now, or Ammar? So he's saying عندي الآن ثمانية ريالات. You see, once again, ثمانية is feminine, and ريالات is also feminine. ريالات has got alif and ta. This is ta, right? Ta, this is ريالات is feminine. But if you are looking at this and you choose the number, then you will not choose the feminine, you will choose the masculine number by mistake, because you think this is feminine, so I have to go the opposite according to the rule. But no, actually, you should look at the singular of riyalat. What is the singular of riyalat? Is the riyalun, and riyal is masculine, so you will choose the feminine version of the number, and you chose thamaniyatun. I hope it is clear. And then في هذا الحي 9 بيوت جديدة. In this neighborhood, 9 new houses. تسعة. Why with ta marbuta? Because what's the singular of buyut? Baytun. Bayt is masculine, so you are choosing number which is feminine. لهذه السيارة 4 أبواب. For this car, 4 new doors. Now, don't mix with sayara. You're not counting sayara. You may say, oh, sayara is feminine. Why the number is coming feminine? We are not counting cars. We are counting the doors. Abwab. How many doors for this car? We are counting doors. 4 doors. Abwab is the plural. What's the singular? Babun. Babun is what? Masculine or feminine? Bab is masculine. So number 4. Which number 4 will we pick? From the blue or from the yellow? We will pick from the yellow one, which is the feminine one. So arba'atu abwabin. Then the next one is كم ثمن هذا الكتاب? How much is the price for this book? The answer is ثمنه 7 ريالات ونصف. Once again, we are giving number 7 for the real. We are counting reals. We are saying sab'atu. We are choosing the feminine version. Why? Because the singular of rialatun is real, and real is masculine. So our number is singular. The last one on this page. في هذا الفصل 10 طلاب قدامى و4 طلاب جدد. In this class, 10 old students and 4 new students. So you see, number 10, we didn't. The author didn't choose ashrun, rather he chose asharatun with the ta marbuta. Why? Because it's counting tulab, and the singular of tulab is talib, and talib is masculine, right? And once again, arba'atu tulabin, for number 4, the author did not choose arbaun, rather he chose arba'atu. Why? Because tulab, the singular of tulab is talib, and talib is masculine, so the number chosen was feminine. I hope it is clear, sisters. Okay. كم قميصا عندك يا إبراهيم? How many shirts you have, O Ibrahim? So he's saying عندي 4 قمصان. أربعة. Why if number is feminine? Because the singular is قميص. Singular is قميص. And then عندي ريالان وخمسة قروش. Right? I have 2 reals and 5 qurush. So qurush, like cents, right? So How will you say, what's a singular? Qurush is qurush, and qurush is what? Is masculine. So you are using number khamsatu, the feminine variance. In real, of course, here realani is 2 reals. We know alif and noon added, and it's the meaning is 2. في هذه الحافلة عشرة ركاب. So in this bus, there are 10 passengers. عشرة ركاب. And then answer the following questions using the numbers mentioned in the bracket. So what you have to do, how to solve this exercise, very simple. Look on the left-hand side. You have the whole solution, the steps for the solution given. So مثال is كم كتابا عندك? How many books you have? How do you answer? عندي ثلاثة كتب. How to answer that? Answer is, so كم كتابا عندك? What are you counting? You are counting book, yeah? كتابا. So first you make كتابا plural. What's the plural of kitab? Kutub, and then make it majroor. As you can see, it is already written there. Kutubin is majroor, and it has got kasratain. Sorry, kasratain, and it is plural. And what do you do for the number? For number, you have to choose number 3, right? In the bracket, numbers are given. Now, this is the exercise. Numbers are given in digit. You have to choose in words. If you didn't understand, you will make a mistake. But if you did understand, then you will not make a mistake, inshallah. So how will you choose number 3 into word? You have 2 choices, right? You will choose either thalathun or thalathatun. How will you decide masculine or feminine? So number, you will select feminine or masculine on the basis of what you are counting, on the basis of singular of what you are counting. So let's start. Kam akhan laka ya Hamid. How many brothers you have, oh Hamid? Now Hamid needs to say, I have 5 brothers. How is he gonna say? Please write it in your notebook. How is he gonna say? Masculine or feminine? He's gonna say li khamsatu ikhwatin. Li khamsatu ikhwatin. Look here. They both are feminine. Khamsa ending with the ta, and ikhwat as well ending with the ta. But are they actually matching? Is this correct? It is correct. Why? Because we are not going to look at ikhwa. We are looking at the singular, which is akhun. Akhun is masculine, so we are choosing the number which is feminine. Next one. Kam amman laki ya Layla. So she needs to say she has 4 uncles. How is she going to say? First of all, amman, which is a singular uncle, will be made into plural, right? And then she is going to choose number 4. Now, uncle is, of course, masculine, so she cannot choose feminine number according to the rule. So she will say, li arba'atu amamin. What she's counting is masculine, so she's going to choose number, which is feminine. I'm sorry, I just muddled up. What you are counting is masculine, so your number chosen is feminine. Next is Kam aban laka ya Sheikh. How many sons you have, O Sheikh? Here it is written without S because literal translation, Kam abanan, is how many sons. But in English, you say how many sons you have, O Sheikh. He would like to answer, he has got 6 sons. How is he going to say? What is the number going to be? I hope you are writing in your notebook. Number 6, is it going to be feminine version, sittatun, or sittun, masculine version? You will think that what is the plural of abna is abnaun, but you don't have to look at the plural, you have to look at the singular, which is abna'u. And abna'u is what? Is masculine, so your number is going to be feminine, sittatu, right? And then kam su'alan fi hadha darsi. Kam su'alan fi hadha darsi. So you have to do 2 things. You have to choose number 8, and then you have to change su'alan into plural, majroor, and the number 8 will be coming on the base of the singular, and you will see if your singular is masculine, you will choose the feminine number. If your singular is feminine, you will choose the masculine number. What's going to happen here is fihi thamaniyatu as'ilatin. You see, sister, this is another example. The plural of su'al is as'ilatin, ending with ta marbuta, a female word, a feminine word, sorry. If you look at the plural, let's say if you have plural in front of you written as'ila, and then you say as'ala, okay, it is ending with ta marbuta, so I will choose the number which is masculine, so that I don't break the rules and they both are opposite in gender. If you do that, you will make a mistake. What was your mistake? Because you looked at the final product. Final product was the plural here. But what you need to do in order for you to follow the rules is to look at the singular. So what is the singular of as'ila? Singular is su'alan. And su'alan is muzakkar, is masculine. So your number must be feminine. Hence you will choose thamaniya tun, or with the in the number combination without tanween, thamaniya two. I hope you are getting that. Kam rakiban fil hafida. How many passengers are in the bus? So you will say fihi tis'atu rukkabin. So I hope now you are getting into the habit that you are not deciding the gender of the number by looking at the plural. You are deciding the gender of the number by looking at the singular of what you are counting, right? Kam riyalan fi jaybi. Fihi sab'atu riyalatin. Once again, riyalatin. If you look at riyalatin and you decide the number, what number shall I choose for 7? Masculine version or feminine version? You will end up choosing masculine version because you will think what you're counting is feminine, so you should choose masculine. But the problem is you are looking at the wrong thing to decide the gender of the number. You should be looking at the singular, not at the plural. So what's the singular of riyalatin? Is riyalun, and riyalun is masculine, so you will choose number 7 as sab'atu, not sab'a. And then the last one, كم ثمن هذا الكتاب؟ ثمنه عشرة ريالات. Right? ثمنه عشرة ريالات. So once again, the same thing. Riyalatin is the female, but you have to look at the singular. Singular is riyalun. So for number 10, you will not pick ashrun, rather you will pick asharatun with the ta marbuta in the end. Number 4 is write numbers from 3 to 10 and make a sentence using the following ma'dud. It's not difficult. Only thing is what you need to do is you need to be patient when you are doing that, right? If you do that, you will become very strong. So what you have to do is the word kitab is given. You have to write from 3 to 10 and choose the correct form of the number, masculine or feminine, accordingly. Your fingers will practice that and your fingers will memorize what we are going to do in this one, right? So the steps will be same. You will change the word, all the words which are given here, you will change it into plural. You will make them majroor, and the number 3, when you are putting number 3 in the word, you will think about what is the singular. In this case, singular is already written here, so you don't even have to think about it. But if it was not written and you had plural in front of you, then you usually think about the singular. So what do? Thalathatu. So you say thalathatu kutubin. So let's say you pick number 3 and say thalathatu kutubin. So kitab is masculine, so you pick for 3 thalathatu aqlamin, thalathatu tujjarin, thalathatu rijalin, thalathatu tullabin, thalathatu riyalatin, thalathatu qurushin, thalathatu ikhwatin, right? So what you are doing is you added number 3 after all of these words. But you see, words have been changed. Here it was kitabun, qalamun, tajirun. They were all given in singular form. And there was no haraka given here. When you wrote, actually, what did you do? You made the plural and you made it majrur kutubin. And before that, you put thalathatu. Why thalathatu is not written here with all the words? Because it was the repetition. If it was, then it would have filled the screen. So what you will write is in your notebook, thalathatu kutubin, thalathatu aqlamin, thalathatu tujjarin, thalathatu rijalin. Don't try to follow this shortcut that you write, just you pick the female version of the number once and then you write it like that, because that will not be a good practice. For good practice, it's best that you write each word. Kitab, write it from 3 to 10. Thalathatu kutubin, arba'atu kutubin, khamsatu kutubin. Like this, go till the end. I hope you are getting what I mean. So this is one way of writing. Another way of writing is that you pick each word and write the numbers with them. Yeah, both are correct, but there's no right and wrong. But that will give you more firm practice compared to this one, right? I hope it is clear. And then the new words. A saman means the price or the value, right? Nisf means half. Real is the currency of Saudi Arabia. Riyalat is the plural. Hafilatu is the bus. Hafilatun is the plural. As-su'alu is the question. As-ilatun is the plural. As-su'al is the question and it's a singular. Al-baladu is the country or town, is a singular. Biladun is the plural. Urubba is the Arabic word for Europe. France is called Faransa. Mukhtalifatun means different. Al-yawm means day or today, and the plural is ayyam. Al-qirsh is the portion of real. You can say pence or cents. And qurush is the plural. Rakibun is one passenger. Rukkab is many. Qadimun is meaning old and it's singular. The plural is qudama. Al-jaybu means the pocket. And the plural is juyub. Germany in Arabic is called Almania. Greece in Arabic is called Al-Yunan. And Malaysia is called Malaysia. Malaysia. So this is it. This is the recap of the lesson. I hope it was easy. The only thing is you need to be focusing a little and you need to definitely practice. You need to write the last exercise, what you saw, sisters. I hope, inshallah, if you do that exercise, this one here, this exercise number 4, if you do this exercise without being slacked and say, I understand, I don't want to do that. I've done 2 and it's enough and just leave it. Or maybe I'll do it afterward. Don't do that. Just right after the lesson, if you can find time, or otherwise then during your homework time, please do write all of these words with 3 to 10. Believe me, you will become very strong. And believe me, if you don't do that, then we move to numbers from 13 to 20 and 11 to 12 and 21 to 30. You will start struggling at that time, because right now maybe this information you are able to memorize, but when you will start getting more numbers, then information is going to get muddled up. But if you have practiced that, if you have really got it in your hard drive, not in your RAM, not the outer memory, the deeper memory, then inshallah you will have no difficulty when we will move to other set of numbers in future lessons. So that was the recap. I hope you will remember that numbers will never have, when we say never have, means when they're coming together, when they're coming compound like that. Adad and ma'dud. Adad is a number, ma'dud is what we are counting. Adad will never have tanween, will not have alif and lam. And adad and ma'dud are always opposite in gender. So what you are counting, and when I say what you're counting, remember I'm talking with the singular of that. They will always be opposite in gender. What you're counting, if it is masculine, your number will be feminine. What you're counting is feminine, your number is going to be masculine. In this lesson, you were only counting masculine and hence you were having feminine numbers. Inshallah, in the next lesson, it will be reversed. You will be counting feminine and your number will be coming as masculine. So you will get 2 basically practice sessions. One is this lesson, and the next chapter is also like that. But the only thing is, in the next chapter, you will have a ma'dud coming as feminine, so your number is going to be masculine. I hope today's class was easy. It's not a long class because the concept is something which really needs to sink in. So I hope, inshallah, it will be easy for you and you have some time. Usually class goes on a little longer. So how about if I give you an idea? Instead of after the class is ended and you just say, oh, khalas, class is ended, let's relax. Instead of relaxing, on your notepad, if you could just quickly jot down some numbers, right? 3 to 10, pick some, and maybe kitab, right? Just kitab, and you know the plural is kutub. Just write kitab, because exercise number 4, you can do fully, and you must do fully. I highly recommend and I urge you. But now after the class, just pick number 3 and not number 3, sorry, pick the ma'dud, which is kitab, make it the plural, kutub, make it majroor, kutubin, and then start writing from 3 to 10. Just write it down. You know that what it is, right? And you will see all of this written in the book as well. So it's not that you have to wait for the resource pack to come. The spelling of the numbers is already given in the book in, I think, exercise number 2 or 3. So with that, inshallah, sisters, we will end the class. I hope there's nothing else. All the good which came from me is only from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All the evil is from me and shaitan. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive my sins. I ask you, sisters, to kindly overlook my shortcomings. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive all of our sins. Jazakumullah khairan for attending the class. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.